Welcome to more Gran Turismo PSP Specialtatin. Today we're featuring 3 races, 2 of which are really good. One of which is why I quit after 3 races. I'll put it like that. So to begin with, this first race is good, and it is Classic GT 500s at Grand Valley. It's a good old stable Gran Turismo, ain't it? Also, with all 3 of these races, I am in Chase Cam. I have already been racing in this lobby, or however you want to word it, with these players for a few races at this point, and generally speaking, the players are go for stuff to the point of being entertaining and not necessarily dirty, but like to the point where if I have it just in front cam, bumper cam, however you want to word it, probably not gonna see their surroundings enough, and I might accidentally cut people off or whatever. So I'm not particularly as good racing in chase cam, but it works better in this lobby, I guess. So there's that to be considered. Also, something to be considered is it seems like the Disney adult is the most aggressive. Wouldn't say outright dirty, but I will say that it's probably an adult, because think about it, folks. GT PSP came out in 2009, and I can't imagine all that many young people would be playing all that much PSP nowadays. So let's say even if you're like your earliest memory of playing a video game is GT PSP, it still means you're like 20. Yeah, I'm really caught picking old folks. I can feel it. What's older, my driving ability or my taste and like commentary, specialty, whatever? Maybe don't answer that. Now I need a drive-in to answer for me, because yeah, there's a little bit of lag in there, so if I can like escape the chaos, it would probably be for the best, but it wouldn't be as entertaining now, would it? So there's that to be considered. I'm not necessarily holding back in terms of like driving talent or whatever, but in terms of outright making crazy moves or being super aggressive or whatever like that, I'm trying not to be, because previous races were pretty entertaining for bits and pieces, but didn't really stay for the whole race. This is the first time where the whole race actually stays competitive. It doesn't necessarily mean perfect driving, as y'all saw there, but yeah. So let's see if I can make some moves on Disney adult, or if this is gonna end up messing themselves up. Anyway, we'll see on that, folks. I mean, as of now, it's looking pretty been good, but leaving the door open a little bit. So, can I get a look in? No, that was pretty cotton picking bad. Neither of us are perfect there, but I was definitely work. I need to be pretty much perfect now if I want to come back, or massive mistake by first, and not really. Maybe I should have been a little bit more aggressive there, but I didn't necessarily want to be side by side going into the last turn, because I feel like what I'm about to do might work better. If it works out and it's on the outside, I have no chance. I was expecting if you're gonna go back to the apex there, but it didn't, and it still worked. I had to use the grass a little bit, maybe a little bit of Dale Earnhardt passing the grass there, but I'll take it. That looked really picking cinematic and impressive now, didn't it? Most games that ain't gonna work. Pretty sure if you try that nowadays at Grand Valley, that's a massive wreck. The Grand Valley Classic on PSP, yeah, sure, that worked. So this is the direct race after, and then they started doing the party race thing where there's handicap. So yeah, that's like 4 seconds or whatever. So I have to come back from that. And this particular one is GT 300. Still, I mean, pretty much classic. It's PSP. It's all classic at this point. We kind of already discussed that. But, yeah, early 2000s GT 300. I picked this because it's just something interesting I hadn't really driven so much. It's the Toyota MR2, and I'm not going to pick it again. It's too loose for my taste. Maybe if I put it into favorites and try and figure out a tune over time, but realistically, I'm probably just going to avoid it. If I put in enough effort, maybe I can figure out something and a half. Right, Hunter. And driving is actually something and a half, right, Hunter? I was expecting at least one of us to wreck there. But anyway, the point being is there's like the Wed Sport, Celica, and there's Cusco Subaru, and Sea West Sylvia, and there's plenty of other options other than the other two that are in there. So yeah, I'm gonna avoid the MR2. I'm still gonna try and win. If them two are battling, that helps me out, and they're battling pretty cleanly. But I might be accidentally dirty too, because I just cannot figure out this car in a short amount of time. This race is. It's looking like they're all having a little bit of trouble figuring some stuff out. I don't know if that's the car or the track or whatever. I don't know. But nonetheless, I got slightly squeezed into the wall there by the Disney adult, but that's become slightly used to that over. Again, this is probably the 4th or 5th race here with the lobby. So if I can just use my driving here, that would be the preferred way to do it. I don't like the way this car drives, so my own driving maybe can just maybe work out, or the other car messes up. That also works out for me as well. I'll take it. So I'll try my best here, and I'll try and be clean, but I think at this point I really just need to worry about trying not to wreck more than anything, because if I wreck now, it probably wrecks both of us. It definitely wrecks both of us, and there was some slight contact. Yeah, maybe that was... You can call that dirty, you can call that not exactly the most precise driving in this car. But I will say, this was the 2 good races, I'll put it like that. So now, yeah, now we're into... This is 3 in a row in terms of races, so now I have even more handicap. And it's back to the GT500s, and this is at O. This track has a whole heck of a runoff and such. I don't particularly like racing here online. I'm not the host, I didn't make this track, so, yeah, so much runoff equals a whole heck of a dive bomb, and, I mean, I guess if them, now there's another in the lobby, battling can slow each other down, I can probably still come back even with the handicap, but, I mean, we'll see. Also, while this is supposed to be GT500, someone is in a NSX concept thing that has like 50 horsepower up on the rest of us, so there's that to be considered as well. But I mean, also it should be considered the slag. That's a little bit more. Yeah, this is the bad race, folks. This is why I quit racing. I'm not going to spoil how the race ends, but I mean, as of now, it's not exactly going the daniest. I couldn't exactly brake there. That was not my fault. I got directly rammed into, like, immediately. There was a car directly behind me, and I had to brake later there. I was going to get rammed, and I tried to brake later there, and I still got rammed. There's quite literally nothing I could do there. I don't even know what's going on at this point, so yeah. Again, I'll still try and win, and try and be clean and such, but both are pretty unlikely at this point, folks. Again, I don't have a whole heck of a experience with this track. I don't particularly like it all that much, and given how the other people are driving, and given how the other people are lagging, I'm not exactly the most confident, but I mean, I'll still try. And others will still fail. And there'll still be some iffy contact. So there's all that to consider. Also have to consider, how am I going to make this turn and not get dive bombed, though? I literally do not know. I braked a little bit too late there, I will admit, but the other car braked a lot of it too late. So even if I braked exactly when I needed to, I would have just been dive bombed and ended in the same spot anyway. So yeah, this is my last race, but I mean, frankly, 2 out of 3 good races ain't bad now, and 2 out of 3 wins ain't too bad either. So all in all, yeah!